Radio, keeping you informed.
Demerara and Essequibo 99.1 FM.
Burby's 99.5 FM. Kaieteur Radio.
This is Tuesday, January 31, the Newscast. At this time, my name is Joshua Van Slyke, and thank you for joining us. We begin with finance. The Office of Ghana will be boosting its capacity with a new 8-digit body this year. That should be an 8-member body this year, dedicated of conducting oil and gas audits. Auditor General Deodat Sharma told this newscast yesterday that the committee is to be established by March. This special committee will be tasked with specific functions according to the AG. For instance, he noted that the Auditor General's office will be fine-tuning spending by the Government of Guyana from the Natural Resources Fund and the oil account. He said that they will be the auditors for the Natural Resources Fund, but the money goes to the Natural Resources Fund and they will be countries public debt. Inter-American Development Bank, a new report has cautioned Latin American Caribbean countries against excessive borrowing and urged governments to bring their debts down to more prudent levels. The IDB stated that given the dangers of excessive debt, the current situation in Latin America and the Caribbean is worrisome. Senior Finance Minister Dr. Ashley Singh announced 2 weeks ago that the country's total public debt stood at $3.654 million, an increase by 16.9% from last year. Almost all of its recently announced public infrastructural projects, government have been borrowing to finance them, despite earning $1 billion in the oil account for last year. In other news, American oil giant ExxonMobil last year paid $9 million to the Environmental Protection Agency for the flaring of excess
Wanting to protect your family during these difficult times of COVID-19 is natural.
Stay at home, wash your hands often, and don't touch your face.
Yes, Daddy.
But are you doing these things too? And do you practice social distancing? Do you keep 3 to 6 feet away when you're shopping? Or at least stay an arm's length away in the supermarket? Remember, children learn from adults. So if you're not obeying the precautions, neither will they. We have to work towards the new normal together. to keep our families safe and protected. Be part of the solution, don't add to the problem. Teach by example and do the right things.
A message from the Child Care and Protection Agency, Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, and UNICEF.
Welcome back. We do apologize for that technical glitch. We'll continue with the ExxonMobil story. American oil giant ExxonMobil last year paid $9 million to the Environmental Protection Agency to flare excess gas at its offshore operation in the Stabroek Block. This information was revealed during the consideration of the budgetary estimates on Monday. Alliance for Change Member of Parliament Kemraj Ramjatan inquired whether this $1.8 billion Ghana will be available to the EPA to spend, which is confirmed by the minister. The EPA introduced a flaring fine following rampant offshore flaring by Exxon's operator Essol Exploration and Production Ghana Limited in 2019, shortly after the startup of first oil at Liza 1. Flaring, as the word suggests, is the process of burning associated gas that is brought up during oil production. Notably, this process emits harmful gases into the atmosphere that can not only affect seabirds and marine creatures, but also climate change. In addition, it must be noted that there are alternative options available to the oil and gas company to avoid flaring, such as gas reinjection. The 5 men found guilty of the 2016 murder of Berbice carpenter Fayaz Naridat last year were on Monday sentenced to 66 years imprisonment each by Justice Navendra Singh. Orlando Dickey, called Rastaman, Radish Moti, called Rado, Deodat Dat, called Brokhan, Harry Paul Parsaram, called Lloydie, and Naran Jacob, called Oren, will spend each 66 years in prison for the gruesome murder of Naran Dat, with a possibility of parole after spending a minimum of 25 years in a prison. In other news, the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, is expected to provide Guyana with $147 million to help support the growth of 300 micro-enterprises across the country via the delivery of skilled training and mentorship. It will also include the provision of reimbursable grant resource of up to $5,000 for 145 of these businesses to categorize and finance their growth. It should be noted that a private Guyanese firm dubbed the Economic Development Fund Incorporated will be complementing the IDB's effort with $225.7 million and this brings the total investment for the project to $372.7 million. And you're listening to us here at Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. We will return shortly after the break. Stay with us.
This is GHK Lal inviting you to join me weekdays from Monday to Friday on the National Outlook for commentary on a range of issues. Immediately after the 12 noon and 7 p.m. newscasts on Kaieteur Radio at 99.1 FM and 99.5 FM. Looking forward to you sharing in the conversation.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. The Ministry of Public Works is planning to spend almost $1 billion to have the Matthew Ridge Airstrip in Region 1 and the Peroni Airstrip in Region 7 rehabilitated. This is according to an invitation to bids published in the Kaieteur News on Sunday. According to the ad, the rehabilitation of the Region 7 airstrip is projected to cost $353.8 million Ghana, while the runway in Region 1 is pegged at $654 million Guyana dollars. We tell you now that former Kaieteur News employee, 33-year-old Ryan Wharton, and 36-year-old Harry Strongster of Hyde Park to Mary East Coast Demerara last week changed their pleas and have admitted to being involved in the October 2022 robbery carried out at Kaieteur News' headquarters located in Georgetown. Wharton and Strongster were both sentenced on January 24, 2023 to 50 and 48 months respectively. The duo, along with 35-year-old Joshua Jr. and 25-year-old Ivor Bingley, called Wildlife, and a 23-year-old Lemuel Grant, were jointly charged last year for robbing a major entity. Wharton and Strongster are currently serving their sentence, and Grant was released on $200,000 bail, while the other defendants are still on remand. The matter will continue at the Georgetown Magistrates Court on February 15, 2023. In some proud news, Letitia Wright, the star of Black Panther, on Monday visited the National Assembly on invitation of the Speaker Manson Adair, where she encouraged the politicians to work together in peace and love for the betterment of the country and its people. Letitia, in a brief address to members of Parliament, said she was there to understand how her platform could be used to help young Guyanese. She stated that it was her wish to visit the different sectors to know the ways in which she could use her platform for good and the encouragement, especially for the young people of Guyana, because she is a daughter of the soil of Guyana. Letitia, who is well known in her leading role in the American blockbuster movie Black Panther, left Guyana at the age of 8 for the United Kingdom, where she developed talent and love for acting. Finally, this time, just before we bring to your blunt, Digital Guyana yesterday launched its 16th anniversary promotion, whereby it will award $1 million Guyana to 16 customers in 16 days. Both prepaid and postpaid customers can participate to win, beginning January 31st and ending on February 15, 2023. Prepaid customers can enter by simply topping up with $1,000 or more electronically or by scratch card, and every top-up of $1,000 or more gives one entry in the draw for that day. For postpaid customers, all that needs to be done is to pay the December bill in full, and the customer's number will be entered in the draw for the entire promotional period. Winners will be selected randomly daily and called live during the Digicel Morning Rush Show on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM at 7 hours 45 a.m. Digicel Guyana was keen to note that this is the only promotion that is currently running, and not to answer WhatsApp calls claiming to be that Digicel or to give 4-digit codes or PIN numbers. All calls for this promotion will come from Kaieteur Radio's studios number 226-7453 or 226-7454 or Digicel's 660-1000. That's 660-1000. And stay with us right here on Kaieteur Radio. Your Page 7 comes up after this. Today's Page 7 is titled Best Oil Deals. Trinidad has vowed to get the best oil deal for its citizens. Mention a better deal for oil to the PPP government, and they're dodging and ducking results. Guyanese politicians either sell out to Exxon and America, or they are the worst of cowards, incompetents, and betrayers. They talk one thing one time, then from another side of their mouths the next time. And with that, we've come to the end of your main newscast on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. These stories and much more, pick up a copy of the Kaieteur News at the newsstand near you, or head across our website at www.kaieteurnewsonline.com. I'm Joshua Van Slykeman. Thank you for joining us.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or 226-8210 today.